Today marks 2 years since Tyre Nichols was stopped by 5 former Memphis police officers who beat him so badly he was put on life support. And his family made the difficult decision to take him off life support 3 days later.
This evening, family and friends gathered at the intersection of Rains and Ross Roads in Hickory Hill to remember Tyre. ABC 24's Lauren Turman covering this somber event for us tonight.
Lauren, 2 years later, how are people remembering Tyre Nichols today?
Well, Pepper and Richard, I wanted the group and marched with the group to the location where Tyre Nichols was brutally beaten, and the atmosphere was filled with love for him and hopes for change in the city of Memphis. And politicians, friends, family, and members of the community gathered in Hickory Hill to remember the young father 2 years after his death. A march, a life, a legacy.
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we here.
Yes.
Not giving up.
Not giving up.
For families still struggling to put the pieces of Tyre Nichols' brutal death together 2 years later.
That first year was very difficult, and I thought that was the worst. But I've come to the second year was the worst.
That journey took them to the federal courthouse.
Come on.
It took them to Washington, D.C., to the United States Congress.
Yes.
As they honored him, they didn't just want him to be remembered for how he died, but for how he lived. Politicians, activists, family, and friends.
We believe that this is a moment to recommit ourselves to the cause for which we know and care deeply about, which is that black folk deserve the right to live without fear of tyranny from government.
Hugging, crying, and sharing the memories of a brother, a father, and a friend.
They finally sat in that I would never see my son again. I would never physically touch my son. I won't be able to hug my son. I won't be able to get a text from my son. I won't get a happy Mother's Day or anything.
We're getting stronger, but we're not there. You know, I don't know when we're going to get there, but we're going to keep striving to get there.
And as the sun set over Hickory Hill, the gathering came to a close, and the outpouring of love and remembrance for Tyre Nichols echoed in all of the hearts of those who attended. And the tears and laughter shared today serve as a reminder that while the journey remains difficult, the fight for love, respect, and justice will continue for this family. Richard?
All right, very good. Thank you, Lauren.